everyone! Welcome back to Mechanism! Ang boses ko ay gumigib up
Yes,
na.
boses ng Baklang Pagod. The show where we recap Drag Race, especially Drag Race Philippines Season 3 from a Pinoy queer superfan lens because beka naman pwede, di ba?
Correct. At bago tayo magsimula, I think we need to have a toast from Absolute. Dahil buhay ka pa, Diyos mio, close call, dear.
Yes, oh my God.
I think alam naman po natin kung ano nangyari. Si Miss Chanel po ang nanalo this week, no?
Yes.
But more on that later. We are going to unpack this episode and I can't wait to unpack the verses, the writing, because that's always a favorite part of ours. At gigisahin kita doon kasi bakit naman, dear? May mga nakalimutan ka. Hindi mo man lang nilagay yung pangalan ko sa verse mo, Charing.
Oh my God, oo nga ka ni-mention. Thank you, Baus, Rufo. Ganon, charing.
Anyway, so we start the episode na basically the highest point for you in the episode dahil riding high ka
Yes.
sa iyong win. And I just love it kasi you entered the workroom, ang saya-saya mo. So,
They gave me the Drag Race experience. They gave me a win and they made me lip sync for my life. I did not expect them to happen consecutively, but
you know,
I signed up for this.
correct. The girls gave you your flowers and then si Maxi nga said na, you know, that's a great thing about Drag Race. You get to excel in different facets of being
Correct.
a drag artist and we got to see you excel in the design challenge. So, palakpakan ulit dahil ikaw ay 80,000 pesos richer na. But you will also be 80,000 pesos poorer in emotional damage in a few minutes. Charing!
Well, not just. Charot.
And then we get to UD basically saying na dapat siya yung nanalo doon. Na tawang-tawa lang ako kasi alam ko yung relationship yung dalawa ni
Yes.
UD. And it was very like, that made a lot of sense.
Ngayon, as in like me and Yudi laugh about it, joke about it all the time, na parang, sige na, sisi-samgip na lang kita once, go, charot. Honestly, like, if the judges decided to give the win to Yudi, I would not have contested that because honestly, I was living for Yudi in that challenge. But, I mean, anong gagawin natin?
Correct. But you bring up a good point sa workroom na dahil tapos na yung double shante, talagang malalagas na yung mga bading. So, how quickly did you feel kind of like the energy shift in terms of like, okay, talagang patayan na ito moving forward?
Ano na parang na-jump scare na kami nung Angel almost going home. Na-jump scare na kami nun. So, I think it was kind of like, uga talaga for us na we got a double shante so early in the season and, you know, like, trying to make sense of the episode count and how many girls there are. It's like, logically, I mean, mathematically, calculatingly, wala na dapat double shante later on.
Correct.
And it's really just like elimination from here on out.
Correct. And then, of course, we get a confessional from you saying na hindi mo sure kung deserve ni Angel Mastay. Na parang, nung nakita ko to, I'm like, my friend is getting a slightly not so likable edit, but you know, we take what we can and we roll with the punches. Pero ganun talaga. I guess that makes you a complex reality TV character.
You guys are getting a full 360-degree mixed-channel experience. I'm like, I say snarky, stupid stuff like that sometimes.
But
and
do it for TV because
Yeah.
we want that airtime. Wag tayong maglokohan dito dahil alam naman natin gusto natin ng airtime.
we're asked questions and we answer.
Correct.
And we answer in like, you know, trying to put it up for the show.
And that is absolutely knowing the job that you are meant to do on Drag Race.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, sabi nga ni Gia Gunn. And then, it is a new day in the workroom. You get a room mail, and then, I'm not sure if you got sa room mail na it's a girl group challenge. Medyo vague, to be fair.
Yes.
I think ang favorite ko is nung in-introduce ni Mama Pao na ang inyong mini challenge ay...
Oh, yes, sack race with the boobies.
Correct. At sa totoo lang, merong mga frames of si UD with like the biggest breastplate,
Yes.
I think, in the
Oh my
cast.
God. And then yung kay Zimba na parang like, at some point, from breast naging parang bayag na siya. At talagang nakalaulaw na siya. It was such a fun, stupid challenge. And that's what I love, again, that's what I love about the mini challenges in Drag Race Philippines. It's a lot of stupid fun, which is like a very welcomed breath of fresh air from like the tension of the competition.
Correct. And then, of course, Versex is there being the most Versex version of herself because she was like, alam nyo, off-brand to, so hindi ko kailangan magsuot ng breastplate.
Nanalo pa rin siya, but like disqualified. But I
Correct.
mean, at least sabi niya, talaga pag pisikalan ako na to.
Correct.
Ver na to.
Nakakatawa rin na meron na namang parang gapang portion si Zimba
Oh my God.
for the second week in a row. So para I'm not sure if this is going to be a running gag all throughout the
Yeah.
season, but it is becoming funnier and funnier and I love that it provides a lot of levity and comedy to Zimba's
Correct.
edit at the moment.
Khianna wins another mini challenge. So hindi man siya in a row, but Khianna is proving to be, so far this season, the mini challenge slayer of season 3.
Correct. Lalo na nung sabi mo earlier na you feel 80,000 pesos richer. Tapos sabi ni Khianna, 80,000 lang. Kasi
Correct.
ngayon, at this point in the competition, meron na siyang 120,000 pesos.
Oh my God, sana all.
Ayun, I mean, ilang samgyupsa lang kayang matawid ng 120,000 pesos.
Para ano yan? Para mga 10 na complete cast. Charot.
And then we find out that because Khianna won the mini challenge, she essentially gets to decide
Yes.
the groupings of the whole girl group challenge. Hindi siya yung sunod na mapili, pipili ng sunod, hindi siya ganon. Literally, Khianna had
Hakot.
so much
Yes.
power in deciding, I think, more so the outcome of the challenge for that week. But in that moment, what was going through your head in terms of the pilian portion of it all?
I wasn't necessarily expecting to be picked kasi I won a challenge that isn't performance-based. And I saw that Khianna was really trying to gather up the girls that were dancers. And then we're having close relationships also with Maxi and Angel. Sinama niya. And then nung naiwan kami, I looked at I looked to my right, Tita Baby, and then Jay Quinn, John, and Yudi. I was like, parang okay din naman ako dito.
Correct.
Like, ano siya, parang, it's a nice, diverse mix. And at least parang, walang like, giant skill gap in
That's
terms
true.
of like, dancing and movement. So
Yeah.
parang mas ma-find namin yung parang balance middle namin.
Correct. And I think medyo like long-standing trope na to when it comes to girl group challenges sa Drag Race, right? Like there's always one group na mas performing heavy.
Yes.
And then usually there's another group na parang full of personality hires.
Yes.
So parang I think it's still just like a self-fulfilling prophecy
Correct.
for your season this time.
Correct. Group 1, the Burak Pack with Khianna, Maxi, Angel, Bench, Zimba, and Versex. And then our group, the Hard Pack Hackers, is myself, Jay Quinn, Tita Baby, Yudipota, and John Fideliaga.
Correct. And then I think right off the bat, nakita naman natin na parang you guys both groups got
Yes.
into working immediately.
Yes.
And it felt like both groups had really great chemistry
Yes.
going. But of course, the edit had to edit. So I think, of course, the winning group had to be portrayed as somebody na very harmonious, very pleasant. And then eventually, slowly but surely, when we get into the recording, when we get into the rehearsal, medyo pinakita na hindi masyadong kumbaya yung group nyo. So I guess a little more context into that without fully contradicting what the edit showed us.
Well, we did choose Jay Quinn as the leader. And we had complete trust in her vision for the group and how to kind of like, yun nga, balance the skill difference amongst the group members. But Jay Quinn's also quite erratic. She's quite easily distracted.
Alam niya yun, in fact.
Oo, yes. And I was the kind of, episode 1, I was the producer of the group. I was kind of the one parang keeping things in time, keeping things in check. So that became kind of our dynamic. In terms of the writing, we all kind of contributed to each other's lyrics. Parang talaga accommodate everyone.
Correct.
Kasi for our group, ang priority namin talaga is make sure that everyone looks good.
Correct.
Make sure everyone is presentable, everyone is in sync. It might not be the most talagang hard-hitting power pop girl group you've ever seen, but we wanted to at least kind of like convey like an evenly matched set of girls.
Correct. And I think it's quite interesting to analyze or i-side by side yung edit ni Maxi sa yung edit mo. You know, I think Maxi was shown here as somebody na parang nalalapitan ng lahat, na everybody parang felt comfortable to just work with. And then sa edit, pinakita doon na parang maybe you were overstepping, maybe you were overshadowing. And then sa recording din, yung group 1, everybody parang went through it parang swimmingly. And then sa group nyo, I think only you got a confessional from another queen saying parang they're not too sure about that. So just really trying to analyze the edit in terms of what they're trying to make the viewers feel. Having said that, I think sa viewing party natin, I'm really happy that Tita Baby, John Fideliaga, Yudi, all said na actually they loved working with you guys. So it's nice to just be able to parang, okay, ito yung fuller picture nung ito yung sinasabi nung queen sa anecdotes nila, at ito naman yung basically nakita natin sa edit.
I got at least like watching the edit. But it's always a rough time. Now with, you know, the perspective of hundreds, thousands of
millions
of
Correct.
other viewers reliving that experience, it's quite rough. But, I mean, I am a person that has a lot to say, obviously. And, I mean...
That's why we have this show as well.
Yeah. I am a person that has a lot to say. And I think, at least in my intentions for the group, I was really just trying to... We had a time constraint.
Correct.
So I was just trying to keep everything in check.
Mm-hmm.
And if it did get, like, a lot, at times, I was just trying to do a job.
Correct. Yun nga yung sabi mo sa first episode, diba? You're here to do a job.
Yes.
Or I have a job to do. So, yun winarningan naman daw niya tayo, guys.
I mean, at least she's consistent on that part.
Correct. Pero ayun nga, I think ang daming mga nakakatawang moments sa recording part. I think, so far, maybe the meme of the season or meme of this episode is yung, nakatayo. As in, oh my God, that, nung si Angel inulit yon, and Angel just, I don't know, I feel like every 5 seconds of the episode, we're getting really TV gold, meme moments from Angel.
Oh my God.
And let's just give it up for Angel because buti na lang hindi siya pinauwi dahil I think this season would be far less entertaining without Angel.
Angel is so off-the-cuff funny kasi.
Uh-huh.
As in, talagang parang, she just blurts things out in a way na parang talagang, it's naturally light-hearted and funny, easy to digest, easy to laugh at. And yung nakatayo, nakaupo na yan, all season long. Again, one of those like season-long recalls na kinakanta namin during our breaks.
Correct.
During even on-cam moments.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, Bench, you are the moment.
And isa pang favorite kong moment ni Angel, sorry, dahil ito nga, matagal akong Angel stan. Yung pagpasok niya sa workroom, yung sabi niya na, itong damit from this, itong damit from this, at yung shades,
okay, Tiangge, nakaw.
Nakakatawa lang because I think Angel always walks a little too far when she enters the workroom because nawawalan siya ng ilaw, which is like a very Angel thing to do because parang I'm just here to give you TV Gold. Bahala na kayo kung anong gustong gawin nyo dyan. Okay, and then it's Elimination Day, it's Maxi Challenge Day, and we start this segment with a roundtable discussion of everybody there. I think it was very much a heated discussion. Now, again, I don't know what happened only because you guys referred to this moment as an off-camera moment na may sumigaw and then may miscommunication. And I think ultimately, as a viewer, hindi ko siya ma-evaluate properly because it was an off-camera moment. So, I don't know. I'm glad na you guys were able to settle it kahit papano in time for the performance.
I guess in that situation, again, we're in a competition setting. Things get heated in the moment, and nagkataasan ng boses. Yes, that happened. That did happen. And I think that table talk was more of just like people hashing it out.
Correct.
People hashing out their feelings about what happened.
Correct.
Like, I don't want to backtrack anything. I don't want to be like, that's not how it happened. Because, I mean, it's kind of up to the viewer to, decide and
piece it
together, how they feel about the people involved. I guess it's up to the viewers to decide how they want to feel about it.
Yeah. And I think that's one great thing about this cast. Parang you like to talk a lot, and I think that comes with a lot of healthy, maybe sometimes uncomfortable exercises because I think in the end, you guys, nag-ceasefire kayo if that's how you wanna call it. And you still empowered, uplifted each other for the performances that was about to come. So I think that's pretty commendable.
Yes, can I just say na parang when we were all getting ready to do the performances, talagang we were both hyping each other up. And after we did the performances, as in talagang as a group, we were just so collectively happy about what we were able to put out kasi naramdaman namin yung taas ng energy in the room.
Yes, yan ang gusto natin. Yan ang mga dapat kinikwento natin na it's a solid ensemble and that they love each other. Before we start the Maxi Challenge, meron tayong mirror side chat with Khianna and we get to know Khianna a little more personal and it was quite heartbreaking nung shinare niya yun
So,
na meron siyang biological brothers and sisters na kinailangan niyang iwanan.
So I think this discussion came about kasi Khianna did write a little bit about it in her verse na parang my fam might be broken but soon I'll be fighting. Khianna's situation with her biological family is quite difficult. I think, if I'm not mistaken like a couple episodes earlier na ayaw niya nung may narinig nag-aaway kasi natitrigger siya. She hopes to do is like after the show, she hopes to get the opportunity na pagsama-samahin uli sila magkakapatid, magkakapamilya.
Correct. And I think that's just like, I don't know, reason number 99 why you just want to root for Khianna.
Honestly, Khianna has been I knew it in the moment. I knew it while the competition was happening. And seeing it on the show, Khianna is killing it.
with a K.
Yes. Killing it with a K, flawless victory.
Correct. Because if you're not killing it with a K, you don't know how to spell. That's what it means. Okay, and then we move on to the runway at eto na nga po tayo sa ating Maxi Challenge. So how we're going to evaluate the Maxi Challenge number is basically number one, as a group, how did they do? An individual competition, we want to evaluate it in terms of lyrics, as in writing. Pangalawa is performance of the lyrics on the track. And then ultimately, yung performance sila in the number. So simulan natin sa group 1 ang
Hurak Pack.
correct. So we start with Khianna. Ang kanyang lyrics ay, What's up mga gays? Khianna with a K.
Hindi lang ako slay, malakas all the way. My fam might be broken, but soon I'll be fighting. Dreams are so high, hindi ka mabibitin.
First of all, words pa lang, imagery is clear.
Yes.
I'm getting someone who has a deep well
Yes.
of tenacity, which I feel like is the quintessential Khianna experience, and that's quintessential with a K. And she sold the lyrics, the performance in the track, also full of attitude and personality, and that performance.
I think what we can see here is, if Khianna's the most at anything, it's that she's the most driven. Yun ang
Yes.
ibibigay ko talaga sa kanya. She is the most driven because she does come from a background where things are tough for her. And parang Drag Race is her parang fighting chance
Correct.
for a better life for her and her family.
Correct.
And I think she decided to write about this because it's a big part of her story na talagang yun yung driving force niya. And just how she was able to package this in such a digestible, delectable girl group way. Chef's kiss.
And also, I think, plus points kay Khianna, starting it, kasi parang, you can start it with like a very bombastic energy na baka masyadong malakas, but it was so precise na malakas, but she would pull focus sa kanya.
Yes.
I think that is just such a talent and such a gift. So talagang kudos Khianna again. For the third week in a row, it really seems like you are the one to beat.
Girl.
Okay?
I don't even want to get into that right now, like how I love Khianna. Anyway,
Okay, as we analyze the lyrics, dahil hindi pa available ang lyrics online, tinenga lang namin siya at tinranscribe. So hopefully tama naman siguro yung narinig
yes. And I'm
namin.
trying to parang kung ano yung naalala ko from the lyrics that, we were sharing to each other. If I'm not mistaken. Hi, I'm Angel, goddess of beauty. The face, body, and all. Divik kaya't sambahin. Banal na trans nene, brave, yes, feminine. Babae mo tonight, masarap all night.
Correct. First of all, the words, the use of religious imagery.
Yes.
I think it's an underreported. Hindi naman underreported. Unfortunately, dahil safe siya, hindi siya nakritik. But if we try to just unpack the lyrics, really great.
She's been consistent naman na parang episode pa lang, Halo, I'm Angel. May talaga siya, may divine inspiration talaga siya.
Correct. Sa performance, I think it was good. Again, I've seen Angel bring it harder. I felt like she needed to sell the face more because for me, I just always want to see that face. But I think overall, I think in terms of performance sa track, performance sa stage or lyrics, for me, ang strongest component no kay Angel are yung lyrics niya.
Yes.
Up next, we have Zimba Ding na ang kanyang lyrics ay Zimba the fierce, the fearless, the ferocious. I love to pray and dance and prance, marvelous. This is the becoming, my time is now. Ako'y kakain na, kakaiba, pusakal, meow.
Again,
No notes ako. No notes on these lyrics. I think they're pretty marvelous.
yes, they are very much well written, and we can see the parang the ferocious jungle imagery that we have come to know of Zimba Ding. And girl, apparently branding ng House of Ding ang nagka-cartwheel during the girl group challenge. So, I mean, again, give ko talaga, and I think kami collectively as the other group, collectively give namin talaga sa other group that they were like the power pop girl group.
Correct. Now, I think si Zimba, I wanted some more close-ups lang of the face. Of course, we got the final edit that we got. Only because I think Zimba has an amazing bone structure. So I wish I just saw that more sa
buhok.
diba? As in talaga, ang ganda. I just wish I saw that more sa edit, especially if she was selling fierce, because I think, fierce is not just the fierce poses. I think the expression then, Zimba can serve drama. So I just wish I saw that more, but overall, very, very strong. Up next, si Miss Nakaupo, Nakatayo, we have Bench. And ang kanyang lyrics ay, Bench, bitch, pero hindi uupo. Lumalaban sa pangarap, I am here nakatayo.
representing blue, white, pink, and letter O, kilometro man ang layo ng tala ay akin to.
This, I think, this might just be my favorite lyric so far. So we've reviewed, I
Yes.
don't know, 4.
Mhm.
And I really, really love this kasi andito yung the Sarah of it all.
Oo.
Andito yung pangalan niya na parang if you think about Bench, it's like, diyan ka muna. But
Oo.
no, I am here to
Oo.
deliver. And then that trans representation, trans visibility is there. She tried to pack in a lot without it sounding a
Oo,
lot.
yun nga, it was very succinct.
Yes.
Parang ang dami niyang na-cover na bases in terms of her branding and her history in a short, in 4 beats, in 4 bars rather. Just very well written. Ganda.
And I think yung performance sa girl group mismo, stand out siya kasi ang tangkad niya. Talagang full focus baka mo, as in wow.
Ako, ang pinaka nagbenta sa akin kay Bench dito, her facial expressions. I mean, hindi namin kasi nakita yung performance nila from the front eh. Now watching the footage, like, the way that Bench sells with her face and delivers her lyrics with her facial expressions were so captivating for me.
Up next si Versex, so dapat daw sobrang ganda ng review namin sa performance. Ayan
Yes,
siya.
we are held by gunpoint.
So ang kanyang verse ay, let me introduce you, Miss Versex. Sorry.
Okay.
Versex. Okay na po ba, ma'am?
Okay.
Okay. The fash is pricey, but don't ever try me. Manila to New York, everybody's eyes on me. With a taste from Santa Ana, home grrr. Okay, tama.
Okay,
Thank you
okay.
po.
Thank you,
Sige,
ma'am.
Huwag po kayong magalit sa amin.
Oh my God, yes, we'll be having an interview with Versex later on this podcast, but we will be getting to that when we get to that. But for now,
Yes. Now, lyrics-wise, I mean, she knew her brand. The whole Miss Versex, ayun pa lang, I think, medyo earworm na siya. Kasi parang, did she say her name? Or was that an onomatopoeia? Hindi ko alam.
ano to, I remember Versex telling me about this. Parang, it's very cat-inspired. All of the purring sounds. So parang she wants to be like a fierce, feline kind of energy.
Correct. Gusto ko yung the fash is pricey, but don't ever try me. Manila to New York, everybody's eyes on me. I think with just those 2 lines, alam mo na agad that this queen really knows her brand well. We have to talk about the many, many cutaways to her, not, parang having her own universe while doing the choreography. I think it's TV Gold, and I think it is very much in line with the fashion supermodel.
Oh my God, people were living for Versex during our viewing parties. I remember, I know, as with live shows, as with the internet, parties, medyo napuputol kami at times during the girl, parang towards the end of the girl group. And nung nag-lag siya, I remember yung mga tao sinasabi, balik nyo kay Ver. As in, ganun kamahal nung like, viewing party audience, yung performance ni Ver at that time. Like, I think it's like a parang lovable dorkiness.
Yes. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure Ver is quite the self-aware being, so I'm sure she knew that she was not going to be the best dancer. Na if ever siguro she was gonna miss like a few beats, she was still gonna sell face. And
Yes.
my God, did she sell face
Yes.
even though she was running a little behind.
Next, we have Maxi and Girl.
Here we go.
Una sa lahat, how she was able to fit so much in 4 bars is bow down ako doon.
Ang kanya is,
Kaya mo ba na kumakanta na habang sumasayaw pa? Hanggang alapaap, malakas ang impact, tapos ang ganda ko pa. Ako ay gangsta sa Manila, kuya sa pamilya, hey ako si Maxi, alaws galapap, hey yo. As in, binilit niya yung hey yo na yon.
Okay, now, I think sobrang deserve ni Maxi yung win only because mas marami siyang attempts na ginawa to really pack a punch sa verse niya,
Oo.
and every single thing landed. So I think that has to be rewarded.
Oo.
But also just yung line pa lang na kumakanta na habang sumasayaw pa. When you see Maxi perform for the first time, this is a sensation you're going to feel.
Yes.
Na parang, how was she able to stay on pitch, belt, and really dance like Beyonce? So I'm glad na nilagay niya sa lyrics na yun.
As in ako, nung narinig ko tong verse in the room, sabi ko, taray ni bakla, na Wikipedia niya yung 4 bars. As in like, she was able to really give a taste of what Maxi is, what the Maxi brand is in the room. I mean, in the 4 bars. Parang ako,
Correct.
sana all.
Diba? Parang the first half ng lyrics niya is about the queen of the universe, Maxi,
Yes.
that we know. But yung second half is really, I think, the artist behind Maxi that we're being introduced to this season, the kuya sa pamilya, and I mean,
punch of universe. So parang pangkalawakan, alapaap, basta parang sky and space. Lagi siya may punchline na ganung word just to reference a little bit the Queen of the Universe part of her history.
Correct. And birit sa dulo, kulot sa dulo, laging ginagawa ni Maxi yan. So,
Girl.
that is absolutely Maxilicious. Queen of the Universe-licious.
Now, speaking of...
Eto na tayo. Ang sunod po,
okay,
group 2
okay,
at ang magsisimula ay si Miss Absolutely Not. Charing. Okay, so ikaw ang magsabi ng iyong Grammy Award-winning verse.
Okay. So it's Vroom arrived, dating lakas ng hatak, face so gorgeous you don't know how to act. Bitch, talk shit, you're gonna get smacked. Baby, I'm just kidding. I don't act like that.
Okay, so I guess hindi ka pa din mag-comment kasi pag nag-comment ka,
Yes.
verse mo yan, di ba?
Yes.
As a fan and as your friend,
Yes.
this is what I feel happened. You were trying to stand out. You were trying to take risks because everybody was trying to do branding a certain kind of way. So I think you tried to stand out. And I think tama yung instincts
Yes.
mo. I think
The application.
the application, tama yung sinabi mo, I think sa Untucked ata na you might have gotten lost in the character of the verse you were trying to deliver. Because I got great attitude, somebody who's pretty, somebody who you are not gonna mess with. But I guess for people nga who don't know who you are, it really lacked the basic introduction of what we needed from a Drag Race verse.
I tried to give myself an extra challenge. She was on a high, she was feeling a little extra ambitious. I tried to give my challenge of like, how do I introduce mix without being like, because I did prepare verses and I did show you the verses I had prepared in writing. I guess parang the moment, I was also caught up in the music.
Correct.
Para I listened to the music and I was like, parang hindi siya bagay eh.
Yeah.
Nagkaroon ako ng ganung moment na parang hindi bagay yung mga sunod ko. Let me try something new. Sometimes you throw things at a wall and not everything sticks.
Correct. And that is absolutely humbling.
Girl, you know what? I'll take what I'm given.
Having said that, I think, of course, I don't think it was so bad. I just think you missed the mark. But even though in delivering a verse that missed the mark of the brief, it was still pretty strong songwriting for me, pretty effective.
Nasabi ko naman to in one of my confessions, I stand by my verse. In terms of writing, I think it's good writing. It's just not a Drag Race girl group verse that was expected to be delivered. And that's where I fell short, obviously.
Dapat na ginawa mo, Bekene men in the house, ang asawa ni Miss Baus. Something like, Miss Baus? Anyway. So,
I might just steal that at some point. Let's see.
But having said that, again, yung girl group challenge is not just the lyrics. I think you sold it. And ang ganda-ganda mo. I think you were pretty strong. I personally think it wasn't bottom worthy, but you
Miss Marina Summers thinks so too.
Well, I mean, kung sabi ni Marina na hindi bottom worthy, I mean, she might be onto something. But yeah, I personally think it was still a strong performance, and yung runway mo, which we will get to later, I think was strong enough to make up for what the judges were looking for in the lyrics, but that's neither here nor there, and you get to slay another day.
Isa sa mga sayings na na-pick up ko.
Sayings?
Isa sa mga sayings na na-pick up ko from like an older drag queen, Gorgeous Dawn, one of a legend in the industry. Sinabi niya, ang competition ay bilog. Ang competition ay bilog. Okay. Just like the wheel of life, sometimes you're at the top, sometimes you're at the bottom. And I just did not expect to go 180 like that.
Agad. But, di ba, you're a Drag Race super fan. Ayun, binibigay sa'yo ang full Drag Race experience.
It is what it is.
Up next, we have, one of just the stars of the night, John Fedeliaga. Ang lyrics niya ay,
Across the sea, a femboy is me. John Fedeliaga, your queen of OMG. Giving you the smile till the last patak. Kaya dapat pakak para laging wapak.
Branding is there. The femboy, love it. The queen of OMG is there. And also, I don't know, the batak, pakak, wapak, it brings a much needed drama sa verse. So, I think this was a very, very strong verse. But for me, I think what we need to talk about is just how absolutely enchanting John Fedeliaga was during the Girl Group Challenge.
In terms of the writing, John came in knowing what she wanted to say. As a group, he just all help each other to kind of like declunkify it to make it more snappy. But she knew what she wanted to say. She knew her brand. And ako just, the voice in the recording.
The voice in the recording, yes.
The personality in the voice.
Yes, that's talagang, medyo, it's like, nakakatakot siyang competitor ha, especially now na tipong, oh my God, may boses na siya at nandito na siya ulit, medyo
Yes,
matakot na
exactly.
tayo.
Parang for the first 2 episodes and even nung competition, ramdam ko to, parang medyo lilo si Mama John ng first 2 episodes. And then she just broke out of her shell in this girl group episode and just, she was such a ball of sunshine to work with.
And ang ganda na nilagay nung editors na sa confessional ni John na people try to question kung drag queen ba siya, drag performer ba siya. Ito po yung performance that will shut down that weird question or argument. Up next, we have Your Tita Baby na ang kanyang lyrics ay, lahat tumabi, wala kayong masabi, makakatikim ang mga salbahe, mauutal sa body, femme fatale, ito na ang tita nyong Carino brutal.
If we are treating the girl group like a branding challenge, I think this had the strongest, clearest brand.
And I think ang ganda nung line na makakatikim ang mga salbahe because in a way, medyo parang marami siyang layers.
Yes.
For the tita image, it works.
Yes.
But also for the competitor serving you charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, it's also a great line. So this was for me another strong verse.
And if there's anything that Tita Baby knows to deliver, it is a strong brand. Like she has built a career out of this whole your bitchy but loving tita brand. And nandito yun, sinabi niya yung Carino brutal. As in, na-deliver niya all of the points of what the Tita Baby brand is in 4 bars.
Next, we have UD Pota. Ang kanyang verse ay,
always pakak, UD ready to attack. No touching, no looking, can't get what you've been wanting. Glamour to aswang, ready lumafang. Pag ako'y lumabas, sigaw, UD Pota.
Okay. I am missing the very amazing avant-garde fashion image that we got from UD nung first 2 weeks. I think wala siya here. I think the glamour, saying glamour, siguro for me is not enough because she's such, I think everybody knows her to be the fashion queen. So I just wish I had that more here. But that porcupine look na nakita ko sa viewing party, I love that so much.
She was really quite nervous about this challenge kasi UD said it herself na she's not really the best dancer or best performer. She was really nervous about this challenge and we saw that in her writing process. I think UD was the last of our group to like finalize her lyrics and we, like sabi niya, we all did pitch in. But yeah, parang, gets ko yung sinasabi mo. Gets ko yung sinabi mo na walang masyadong leaning into the fashion aspect.
Correct. So, ayun lang naman, pero I think mas more aswang yung nakuha natin rather than this amazing fashion darling we've just been falling in love with the last 2 weeks. Up next, we have J. Quinn. Ang kanyang verse ay,
J. Quinn from the East, I am your Asian beast, serving you exotic treats, walking down Manila streets. From Guillaume to Hawaii, I bring the A-pop party, Beijing, Seoul to Tokyo, grab your wings and let's go. I mean, I think it's pretty clear that she's the rap stress of our group.
Correct. Di ko alam kung ako lang to, but sa dami ng nilagay niya, I don't feel like I got a clear brand.
Okay.
I guess yun yung akin. Kasi hindi ko gets bakit siya nagsaserve ng exotic treats dahil ba siya ay Pilipino.
It's a lot of Asian references because
Correct.
that is parang the core of her brand is to like parang mash together different Asian cultures, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Filipinos, kind of bringing them all together. But I get your point.
Yeah. Na parang, I think if she just stuck with, she's always been known as parang the A-pop or K-pop girl plus a wig stress, I think that would have been enough. Parang ang dami ko lang nakuha, parang hindi mag-land yung utak ko into like, wait, ano ba yung brand ni J. Quinn? Yun naman yung
But in terms of like writing, but like sonically, parang in terms of like music writing, I think it's a pretty good piece of songwriting. Pero in terms of the brand, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
And to talk about the runway, naisip namin since she's already here, since this is already our shoot 2 out of 3 today together, sama na namin ang fashion queen Miss Versex
Might as
to
well.
review the runway, di ba?
Yes, let's do it.
So, hello po. Salamat po at napaunlakan nyo kami ng inyong TV Gold presents.
Maraming salamat din po sa inyo.
Mabait po pala kayo in real life.
Kagawad Versex, 69. Oo, yeah. Correct. Shut up.
Okay, so
Ano
mamaya yung full interview as we get into, your story during the season. Pero dahil andito ka na nga, talagang mag-comment na tayo sa Runway with you here. Ang inyong theme for this week ay Perya. So when you think of Perya, ano muna ang naiisip mo nung nakita mo yung brief at nandun yung theme? Saan napunta ang yung creative juices?
Ako ba muna?
Yes.
Ang atake ko kasi parang ano bang pinaka-chic na magagawa na parang less scam. Sabi ko, pag may mga peri naman, yung mga payaso, di ba yung parang putol ulo, magician, pak, ganun. So yun yung vibe na naisip ko. But make it grunge. Make it Vivienne Westwood, my love.
Which is what we saw. So now, let us look at the looks on the runway. Up first, it's Khianna.
Girl, ang ganda nito on cam. Like, alam mo, medyo it was really a great part of the trailer, pero sana hindi lang pinakita sa trailer para mas maganda yung uga factor niya. Noong una natin ito nakita.
My only notes, I think, hindi ko bet yung leggings sa stripes. I think dapat isa lang.
Okay.
Ayun, nitpicky lang. Parang, I like it. At least I like it.
Correct.
Hello, Khianna, I love that for you. Maybe ish for me?
No, but the ano,
She is absolutely choosing her words right now.
she's
Yes.
absolutely doing the most. Charot. Ako, I love, sobrang ganda ng rehearsal sa camera nung, nagtitingin-tingin siya ng ulo, tapos talagang, she's doing it in a way na talagang nag-iiba yung mask in front.
Yes.
That was so smart.
It's just the leggings.
The leggings
Take it
are
off.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's why we got you here. Up
Oh my
next,
God.
we have Angel. Sorry, as an Angel apologist and Angel stan. I really love this. I think it's camp, it's playful. I think the proportions are almost perfect. I think she just, yung neck lang, I just wish she had more neck. But her in gold and being this playful, for me, Angel can do no wrong.
What about you, my love?
Ako, for me, I like this look. The only thing that I think would have brought this look up a bit more is if there was a few more shades of gold. Kasi right now, it's looking very, not even monotone, not even monochrome. It's like one singular shade of gold. And I think we lose a lot of the detail without that depth of color.
Yes. Ako ang comment ko lang dito, I think mag-work siya more kung iba yung buhok. Because I just feel like if you're gonna serve a campy look, yung buhok, hindi dapat siya natural na merong roots.
Okay,
Na, you know what I mean? Parang,
yeah.
kung campy siya, dapat fantasy na yung buhok. Like, kung wari, i-gold mo na. Or like, short hair or isang kulay lang. Kasi parang to me, basag fantasy yung, or I just hate na mahahaba yung buhok. Mahaba yung roots.
As hair sex.
Yes, kasi
As hair sex.
I find those wigs not really expensive. Kasi parang yun mabibili mo sa parang anywhere. I love you, Angel, pero honey, remove it.
Ako for me naman yung wig, yun niya, parang from the root, nag-ombre siya. And then the color of the wig matches the outfit too well, na parang mukha
Yes.
siyang buhok to dress.
Got it.
Oo, pero love ko naman nakshi ko. Pero ibang buhok. I think, pati yung proportion ng bob, I think, magwo-work kung medyo shorter. Kasi parang nawawalan siya ng leeg given na ganun yung choker.
But concept-wise, ito yung I think perfect match for Angel na lalo na yung kinuha niya yung bola doon sa ibig niya, girl, give.
Gusto ko na so far ang comment saver, pinapahubad niya yung mga girls.
Yes!
Remove yung stockings. Remove yung...
Honey, of course, you need to remove one piece of clothing or accessories by Chanel. The Coco Chanel, my love.
Up next, we have Zimba Ding. First of all, dahil I'm a sucker for great voiceovers, yung inspiration niya na dahil they didn't have the money to ride yung carousel before, she decided to be na carousel. Nung sinabi pa lang yun, parang ko, oh, that's me. How about the fashion girls here?
Ako, ang favorite part ko of this look is just the engineering of the hair and yung shoes. Like, ang ganda nung napagmukha niya talagang hooves yung heels. Yung hair, that's a base wig na meron siyang dalang different toppers for, and that was one of those toppers. Ang smart nun for, like, ang inventive nun for, you know, packing for different looks is to use a base wig na papatong-patungan mo na iba't ibang very well-engineered styled wigs.
Ako naman, I think, lahat ng mga looks ni Zimba, binibili ko. Because everything looks expensive with the help of her mom, babe. But, you know, binibili ko talaga kasi putang ina. Ay, can I ano?
Pwede.
Pwede.
Okay. Kasi putang ina, ang ganda ng pes ni bakla. Sobra. Bibigay ko yung hulma bak. Alam mo yung parang...
Lalo pag nakasaya ito, yung parang 3/4 profile, siya nakita mo talaga yung cheekbone,
Model.
yung panga, yung the brow bone to the nose, kasi talagang bone structure.
Yun yung
Sa totoong
comment.
buhay lang. Sa totoong buhay, pick it up yan.
Sa totoong buhay lang, parang lahat ng nasa pes ni Zimba, yun yung mga... For the prayer, di ba, malakas kay Papa Jesus. So, sabi ko, nak, meron ka nito, okay na, bakla.
Avail.
Pero yun nga rin yung comment ko sa girl group kanina, sana may close-up siya kasi sobrang grabe talaga yung face ni Bading.
Face card.
Grabe talaga. Up next, we have Popstar Bench. I mean, buti na lang sinabi ng judges na itong bilog here na Ferris wheel. And bakit nasa harap? Because yung nilagay niya sa likod, sobrang, there is that beautiful face. But apart from that, what say you?
Si Bench tsaka si Tita Bibi kasi yung nasa mirror across the room from us. So, hindi ko alam paano siya umabot sa point na nilagay niya sa harap. Hindi ko maalala, like kung napag-usapan ba natin to sa backstage or anything, parang...
I don't get it, honestly. Tapos may isa pa akong comment. I think, ang pinaka-hate ko kasi pag mag-chops is, alam mo yung parang hindi naka-cover yung entire heel.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Parang alam mo yung kapag gumagalaw ka medyo nakikita. I hate that. Medyo pet peeve ko yun. Kasi parang kailangan mukha kang mahaba kung naka-chops ka kasi napuputol ka na nga. So I think mas pasabog kung yung bias niya mas... Yung hindi talaga nakikita yung parang runway shoes.
Yes,
I don't
okay.
know. It's just me.
No, it's you, not just you. It's you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you, babe.
And
speaking of you,
up next we have Versex giving us Vivienne Westwood.
Payaso.
Grunge. I mean, paglabas ito sa runway, sabi ko, it is definitely fashion. It is definitely, for me, I think it's elevated perya na hindi literal. I know the judges said na parang they didn't get it. I personally got it. But that's just me.
You know what's weird?
No,
Like,
tell us what's weird.
Mama Pao didn't like it in a look na medyo same. Same hair, same situation. Tapos sasabihin niya, hindi niya bet. I love that for her. For saying that.
Okay.
Did you notice that, my love?
Actually, now that you pointed out, actually, oo nga, parang may similar styling cues kayo for this
Yeah,
episode.
make it make sense, Miss Mama Pao.
Ako for me,
It's
I don't know. Alam mo to, I've been a fan of Versex. I've admired the work of Versex for a long time, and knowing you and your brand kasi, this makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And I love na we kind of went in the same direction na parang okay, parang perya festive ruffles, and then may sarili kang ballet to it.
Yeah.
And you out of all people do this so well. You match prints very well.
Yeah, I mean, sana nakita niyo yung shoes niya right now, but right
Hindi nga
now,
mabantot.
it's,
It's yung bading.
it's a print fantasy right
Ito
now.
na.
And,
Go. Show
go.
natin.
Show takip ng ilong. Go, pakita mo.
Okay na.
Okay na yan. You know how to match the colors of the print. Yun ang nagustuhan ko sa look nito is like, it's a lot to look out without being overwhelming.
Also, let's give it up for the mug. You really gave tipong clown, meaning, the broken artist behind the makeup. That's what I got.
Alam mo, gusto kong pag-usapan natin yung lumang pesang.
Huy.
Yung lumang pesang
Okay,
dala ko.
oh my God.
Hindi masyado na feature yan.
Yes.
Hindi na masyado na voice over yung bakit ka may dalang ulo.
Okay, so para kasi before, sobrang eclectic kasi ng ate mo, di ba? So parang atake ko, ay parang feeling ko pasabog kung meron akong sariling head cos. Ang bakla nagpa-head cos, hindi pa retokada, ganyan. So merong physical manifestation ng dati kong peso. Parang, ang yabang mo, ito ka dati. Parang gano'n. Alam mo, oh my God, parang siya nagpapahumble sa akin. So, ang atake.
Pero I think if na-match yung face mo, it would have been even more dramatic. Diba?
Sis, mahal eh. Okay ngayon, bibili mo.
Tsaka girl, pag nakita mo yung head casting, sobrang lifelike niya.
Oo.
As in, I remember naiwan mo yan sa workroom.
Sis, may isa pang comedy, nakabukas yung mata niya, kaya naka-shades.
Naka-shade. Tapos, naiwan mo yan sa workroom. So, ayun na nga, na-eliminate siya sa episode. Naiwan niya yan sa workroom, tapos kinakausap namin na as if siya si Versex. Kasi,
Yes.
pesang niya, given na luma, pre-thank you, Doc. Pre-salamat, Doc
Salamat,
Ira.
Doc!
Before salamat, Doc Ira. Pero, Versex. As in, mukhang Versex or coat.
Tapos ang atake niya pa husky, pa yellow yung
Oo,
mata.
Diyos ko. So magpapakita pa sa viewing party itong ulo na ito or somewhere?
Baus, kung gusto mo, kahit kailan dadalhin ko, papadeliver ko kahit wala ko.
Yung mga tips doon mo ilagay.
Ore, carry lang.
Ay,
Diba? Doon mo ilagay yung
Okay,
tips.
go.
Diba? Ganon. Up next, we have the winner of this week. Spoiler alert. We have Maxi here. I love the prints as somebody who likes prints. But yung silhouette lang, I feel like it's on the simpler side. I don't know. I think a bigger hat would have just been more dramatic. But design-wise, I think it's pretty strong.
Yeah. Ako yung silhouette bet ko kasi sobrang flattering niya. I don't know, it's just me na I don't like rainbow, personally. So, hindi ako nag-gravitate towards this look that much because I don't like rainbow. Coming from a gay person.
Coming from somebody who's wearing every color in the rainbow.
Yes,
right now.
but like,
it's not rainbow. It's not like a rainbow.
it's a print.
Ako,
So like, I don't know.
for me, I'm not one to hate on someone that wants to repeat silhouettes. Kasi girl,
It's
as
beautiful.
tsaka as human people, parang we know certain silhouettes work for us. So, kung ulit-ulitin natin, basta successful siya, yes. Ang sa akin lang, what would have elevated this look even more, meron kasi siyang 3 palettes of rainbow. We have the rainbow on the hat, which is more jewel tones. Yung rainbow coin sa brow, which is more like pastel neon. And then yung sa skirt and sa leggings na mga soft pastel rainbow.
Yeah.
Siguro kung cohesive lang yung rainbow all throughout, would have elevated this look all that more.
Having said that, I like Maxi in purple hair. I don't know.
Yes! Oh my God! Ganda ng hair yan.
I like Maxi in purple hair.
Ang ganda ng hair na yan sa kanya.
I am feeling it.
Pero for some weird reason, parang binibili ko ngayon.
Binibili mo yung...
Hindi,
Magaling
binibili ko
kasi
yung-
magbenta
Eh,
si
oo,
Maxi.
magaling siya magbenta. Bakla, alam mo,
Oo.
sobrang GB ko nga siya, di ba? Naalala mo yung pera, parang, yung parang sari-sari, gumagano siya. Dahil
Oo.
tawang-tawa talaga ako. For some weird reason, natatawa ako kay Max.
Magaling yung magkapatid, as in runway presentation yung magkapatid, like, untouchable.
Benta. Up next, we have Mix Chanel.
I wanna hear your thoughts about
Dito
this.
muna.
Miss Manila herself.
Not that.
We will get to that later. Meron po kaming rematch mamaya ng lip sync,
Gago.
pero kasama po ako.
Pumagit na. Tama na.
Parang walang winner.
Ikaw ang
Piso game, yes.
Ikaw ang piso game, which, I am quite familiar with.
Girl, tambay talaga ako nung bata ako kasi pupunta ako sa perya na
Lahat tayo.
Dala ko lang as in 100 pesos, galing sa baon na tinipid ko that week. Papabarya ko ng tigpipiso lahat. Uuwi ako may mangkok, uuwi ako may stuffed toy,
Bye.
ng may mug. Girl, as in talaga.
Coloring book.
Oo.
Mga ganun ka. Sobrang
Di-
random.
GV nanay ko kasi bago kami
NC.
kagamitan sa kusina.
But going back to the look, this was very well received sa viewing party, specifically that moment nung nilabas mo yung train, because I think ang ganda nung choreography nung camera for when like the whole fabric landed. I'm getting the sense na parang medyo malaki na yung pinapayat mo 3 episodes in, so
Yes.
that might have contributed into it not fitting the best, but that face is still medyo natitibo ako sa face mo.
Yes,
Yun lang
the
naman.
most beautiful face.
Pero I hear the person beside me has a lot to say.
What are your thoughts?
What are your
I want to
thoughts?
know your thoughts on this.
Mix baby, I love you, but the length of the skirt, my love.
I will take that.
and,
Honestly,
and the red thing. I think it needs
oo.
to be more thicker.
Oo.
You know, for gets ba?
Issue ko din yan sa ano eh. Girl, like, that was one of the last few garments na dumating. So honestly, nung pagdating sa workroom, I just put it on na parang, hope for the best, pray for the best. Pero kahit ako nahabaan dun sa ruffle part.
Even here, like parang siguro, pag nagkaroon lang siguro ng parang pelon or something na nakatayo siya, parang hindi siya naka-flank. Kasi parang, ang dali lang kasi gawin ng isisinsin mo yung mga gano'n. Like parang gano'n. So I think, kung mas nakatayo. I don't know.
Diba? I love it. The fashion girl schooling the girl who just won the design challenge.
Right?
Sabi nga ni Mix, ang drag race ay bilog.
Kaya kita tinanggal. Agad-tinig agad
May magsasaburutan na dito. We have John Fideliaga na Diyos ko pauga or paandar ba nung umandar yung mechanism sa likod. Talaga nga namang the viewing party audience was really uga. But design-wise, I want to hear what the ladies beside me have to say.
Nung una ko siyang nakita, sabi ko, saan ako titingin? Like it was, she brought the whole perya from the bingo to the popcorn to the fair. As in, the entire perya, dala niya for how small of a person John is. Pero nung pinaikot niya na kasi, bumenta na sa akin. Eh, parang, when the Ferris wheel started moving, that was like, okay, that's the focal point. And that kind of sold, for how much it is, nagkaroon siya bigla ng, okay, dun ka titingin, and everything else is just kind of like an embellishment. And it worked nung nag-movement na siya.
Because Mama John needs to consider that she's a very short queen. So parang yung proportion, kailangan mas maikli pa ng onte. Kasi parang, si bakla, na agad. Yung parang, tapos, kung gusto niya kasi humaba, hindi ako mag-ankle boot. It has to be thigh high. Para mukhang mahaba. Right? Correct?
Yes.
So, ayun lang. Kaya parang, I'm not really a fan of the look.
The
Pero
theatrics, though.
visual siya.
Oo.
Next, we have Tita Baby. Okay. This was cute, but I think it would have been much more impactful if everything were, 5-6 inches lower with the waist and all that, because yung skirt pababa parang kind of looks unfinished. But again, she always knows how to sell it with the walk. She's always very playful, pasok sa Tita brand. So, I'm still very happy that Tita Baby is on my TV.
What about you?
So, I like where it was going. I like na there's the bigger stuffed toys are up here on the shoulder to, make the shoulders look smaller, and then there's bigger stuffed toys around the hip area, smaller on the waist. I wish if she were to keep part of the dress blank from stuffed toys, hindi siya yung skirt, yung waist siya, para as in talagang maliit yung waist, and then the hips are just parang shoulders and then hips and then ganun yung waist.
Correct. Kasi parang yung ilalim, parang afterthought, kasi hindi na siya nalagyan.
Oo.
Alam mo kung anong fierce rin na parang reimagine na look? Okay lang sa akin siguro kung yung dress is simple na silhouette. Pero yung parang mga teddy bear gawing malaking boa. Diba yung parang floor to ganun, boa na lang. Kasi parang ito, parang afterthought na wala sa ilalim.
That's
Right?
fashion. Na-imagine ko na siya.
Tama. Maraming.
note
The girls
taken.
that gets it. My
So,
God.
pag
Note
nag-all-star
taken.
silver, alam nyo na ha, elbowin nyo agad bago mag-design challenge.
Unahan niyo sa stuffed toy boa.
Gago!
Next, we have Yudi Pota. And can I be honest, sabi nga ni Don ng season 16, sobrang na-underwhelm ako dito. Not because it's not great, but because for the last 2 weeks, yung mga looks ni Yudi were talagang mic drop, as in gay gasp inducing. So I think this for me was strong, but I think we've seen Yudi just deliver punch after punch the last few weeks.
Well, I don't think it's a secret that she also is not the biggest fan of this look either. I get your concept. I don't really get how it was put together.
Yeah.
Same with Tita Baby, balloon game, stuffed toys, the prize. But I don't understand really the putting together, the execution.
Ako naman, kasi hindi ko talaga bet yung ganyang silhouette ng shoes. I really think na favorite ni Yudi yun. Yung ganong silhouette na shoes, yung parang mga type ng shoes na mukhang malaki yung paa mo.
Okay, gets.
Kasi parang, kailangan
She likes a
i-consider.
sculpted heel eh.
Hindi, teka, gusto niya ng sandals na nakikita yung mga toes.
Oo, actually.
Baka friends sila ni Jiggly Caliente.
Kasi wala.
I can say that.
Kasi,
I can say that.
bala ka dyan. Kasi nga ako, kasi parang, di ba, kung magdadrag ka, kailangan kompletuhin mo yung illusion hanggang sa feet. Alipin mo rin yung silhouette na yun. Kasi nakakalaki talaga ng paa. I hate the shoes. Also, pati yung silhouette sa taas na walang balloon sa taas. I think mag-work siya kasi Yuri is a very skinny girl.
Yes.
So kahit magsuot siya ng parang walang silhouette na bilog lang na ganun, I think perfect.
Up next, we have Jay Quinn. Again, I think hindi pa rin na-appreciate ng maayos
I
because
know.
this look, I saw this sa viewing party. Girl, it was it's much better in person, but even here, looking at it on screen, it's pretty strong.
I would wear that.
Yeah.
Gets mo yung target game siya, tapos na anime pleasing yung the jewel tone blue and the jewel tone pink, ang cohesive ng color palette. There's not much I would change about this except for maybe a slightly tighter corset.
Yes.
Yun lang, but like the whole look, the hair. Like,
Alam mo kung anong bet ko dito?
Ano?
Meron siyang contrast ng sweetness tsaka parang medyo,
oo.
Palaban. Which I think, something that really resonates with you, diba?
pasabog.
Pasabog.
Props to you, mama. I
Yeah.
love that for
Maganda.
you.
Maganda. Okay, and then we get to the judges' critiques. So, alam natin na ang tops for the week are Khianna, Maxi, John, and then nasa bottom si Jay Quinn, si Mix at si Ver. Si Bench, I'm not too sure dahil
I think she's safe.
she's safe.
I think she was safe.
Correct. But again, hearing critiques, reliving the moment during the viewing parties, and like, kamusta kayo ngayon? Start tayo with you, Ver.
Ako, nung time kasi na to, I think it's mahirap siya nung time na yan.
Yes.
Pero I think ngayon na parang napanood ko na siya, I think it's more hard for my sister.
Was the moment where you fall from grace. I think you've been portrayed as a student of the game, as a super fan, as someone who's made a career out of being a super fan, and then ito yung uga moment, ito yung basag moment na sinabi ni Jolina nung episode 1, 'di ba? So how was this moment reliving it sa viewing parties?
It is so parang ang weird ng factor na it all comes back so vividly. The emotions all come back so vividly. But at the same time, mas intense siya kasi andyan na yung mga tao nakikita na, nag-react na sila at the same time. So parang, alam mo yun, yung kaba mo is not just for you, yourself, and what's about to happen. It's like how people are gonna react to it and receive it. And I remember this day being extra difficult kasi I think this was our first episode that we did a challenge right before the runway. Kasi I think episode 1, we shot the episode prior to the runway day. For episode 2, natapos natin most of the looks prior to runway day. Ngayon yung parang girl group runway. So extra yung pagod. And ayun nga parang, I was hoping to at least be safe.
Yeah.
As in sabi ko, okay, give ko na kahit di ako mag-top sa girl group challenge. I was hoping to at least be safe. And nung syempre, nakakuha ka ng critiques, nag-sync in na sa akin na bottom ako parang, I just won last week. Yung parang factor, parang, I just won last week, bakit nandito ako agad? May ganong factor na parang, tapos ayun yun, syempre na-figure out ko din kasi yung makasama ko sa bottom. Parang girl, talaga yung dalawang katabi ko, no? Yung dalawang katabi ko sa workroom, yung dalawang katsikahan ko, yung dalawang ka-close ko. Parang, alam mo yan, daming biglang bumuhos na emotion sa akin.
Yeah, yes. I mean, sinabi ko na kanina that I personally don't think what you gave overall this week was bottom worthy. And yung judges' critiques, and I think yung logic, medyo hindi ko siya fully mag-grasp because talang sa sapaw, but also kinomet nila si John because they couldn't take their eyes off John. Pero pagdating sa inyo, nananapaw. So parang, I just wanted the clear logic as to how the judging went for that particular episode para lang mas klaro for me, like, why these people were on top and why these people were on the bottom. Yun lang naman yung akin.
It is what it is.
Let's just say that
But anyway, so palakpakan natin si Maxi dahil nanalo siya ng 80,000 pesos, and I particularly love this episode because ito na nafe-feel ko na si Maxi is here na, and medyo yung takot or anxiety ni Khianna like at the start of the episode, parang eto na siya. So medyo naramdaman ko na rin I think yung hinig ni Khianna by this point. But then we find out na ang magli-lip-sync sa bottom ay si Mix Chanel at si Versex.
Who's the real Miss Manila now? I don't know. Honestly, medyo jaded na ako. Sino ba talaga?
I don't know. I'm not here to say I won the lip sync. The most I did is survive the lip sync. That's how I'm gonna put it. I survived.
But siguro, to properly put this in context, kamusta yung relationship nyo like at this point? Kumbaga like ano yung stakes for the two of you before you were about to battle it out?
I mean, dun sa table talks nung girl group day, medyo may kagat sa akin si Ver. But aside from that, girl, as in talagang
Kasi parang yung mga gano'n naman na bad, parang
Oo.
normal lang sa bakla.
Oo.
Si bakla naman, hawi, ano ba naman to?
Oo,
Bakla.
kasi wala yun sa amin. Kasi, girl, kami magkakatabi. Ako, J. Queen, Vert, Maxi pa nga yung nandun sa dulo nung workroom. Tapos as in talagang bonding na kami na ate ko nun.
Tsaka parang yung yun nga yung sinasabi ko, ito yung parang lagi akong nako-quote. Lagi ko sinasabi sa harap ng tao. In your face. Para like, kung meron kang problema, sabihin mo na dyan sa harap mo. So sinasabi ko, promise talaga. Promise nakita ko talaga. So ganun talaga, with full conviction. Bakla may papikit pa ako. Promise nakita ko talaga. Promise. So parang after nun, wala naman akong hidden agenda kay Mix na parang, halaway lang kami. Walang ganun, walang ganun. Diyos ko. Competition to, so may mga onggal.
I remember pinag-usapan pa natin sa Untalk. Yung nagkatinginan tayo, parang, siya parang tayo na to. Tapos nagkaroon tayo ng moment na parang, huwag muna natin pag-usapan, baka magkaiyakan na lang tayo
Oo, ma-manifest.
Oo.
Na-manifest sa wow.
Nagkaroon kami ng moment na Untalk, nagkatinginan kami na parang, parang tayo na to. And alam mo yung,
Oh, it sucks that it has to be you.
Oo.
Parang may mga ganung
Oo.
verbiage. Diba? It sucks. Pero sabi ko talaga, ilaban natin to kasi
Correct.
baka na deserve ng audience,
Correct.
right? Ikain na muna. So parang the entire Untalk, laps lang ako ng laps. Okay, kailangan ko ng energy. My gosh. Keto is not gonna work right now. So, ikain na muna natin with carbs. Correct?
So, nag-lip-sync kayo to Miss Manila. First of all, great song to lip-sync to. I think it's
Favorite ni Ver.
great
favorite ni
record.
Ver yun.
And
Na-manifest.
nakakatawa lang na, may chatter online. Ver embodied the song while going up against who tried to do the most. But also people were like kitang-kita mo si Mix giving the fight of their life. So parang pili na kayo kung anong gusto nyo. And ako gusto ko yung may pa-pasties kasi grabe yung reaction ng viewing party crowd namin nung nagpakita si Mix ng utong with pasties and talagang that was just great. And ito naman,
It's anyone's game,
sobrang
honestly.
anyone's game.
Saka ako, medyo clouded yung memory ko of this. Kasi sa totoo lang, wala akong first-person perspective memory of this.
Hindi ko alam kung anong ginagawa mo.
Hindi ko rin alam.
Hindi ko alam ginagawa.
Parang, I don't know what Ver was doing. And parang may recollection ako afterwards of what I did. But I don't know exactly kung ano sequence, kung kailan. Parang sobrang intense heat of the moment. Yung sinabi, may nagsabi parang fire under her ass moment. Wala talaga akong first-person view na okay, nakita ko yung judge, nakita main stage, ito yung ginagawa. Wala akong ganong memory of this. Kasi talagang pumutok na lang siya eh. And nung moment na yun, parang gawin na lang natin to. Kailangan natin tong gawin.
Nagli-lipsync ko din, parang hindi ka nandun eh. Parang sasaniban ko talaga sis.
Oo.
Power ko to, pak.
Kaya nung papanood ko yung lips, sabi ko, fuck, ganito nga pala
Ganun
yung
pala ginawa ko. Parang
Oo.
ganun. Kaya nga big props to Marina kasi nung inulit niya yung performance, bakla pasabog, wala pa naman naalala.
Sorry.
Dahil hindi ko
Agad-agad, oo.
Okay, wow. Yun lang.
Wait na. I'm saying if I'm forgetting anything.
Honestly, given na meron akong idea ng both viewing parties, parang, tapos nalaman ko, parang, ganun din yung reception dun sa inyo. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, parang, sobrang unfounded nung mga naiisip ko nung nasa competition ako nung paglabas. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be a thing, I'm gonna be a flop, ganyan. After this, oh my gosh, I'm a bitch, yes, whatever. But there's a lot of people that is in my ear. Especially nung first episode, sabi ko, oh my gosh, this is so cringe. Oh my gosh, I'm the first one out. Pero ngayon, Deadma.
Love it.
Deadma, Diyos ko. Maraming salamat po. Oh, yes. Oh.
And on that note, ayun nga po, I survived.
Correct.
I survived the lip sync and then,
Palakpakan natin ang pork chop ng season 3.
An
Diyos ko,
iconic pork
iconic!
chop, girl.
Iconic pork
Bibigay nyo.
Give ko
Di
talaga.
para hindi ibigay, wow.
Okay. So, unfortunately, Ver is the first one to sashay from the cast and Mix lives to slay another day. So tapos na tayo sa episode. So andito na tayo sa personalan natin.
Go.
Oh, ayan na.
Go for it.
Okay, so hinga tayong malalim. Una kong tanong is, who should go home tonight and why?
I think ikaw, uwi ka na.
Hindi, you've had a crazy 3 weeks. Diba? I remember nung nag-drop yung parang 12-minute clip the night before the premiere, people were loving you because grabe yung sound bites. Then after episode 1, you got an unfair amount of hate, of toxicity, and animosity. And over the last 2 weeks, you've seen everybody just like make a total 180. So, kamusta ka now? Having gone through so many things in such a short amount of time.
Overwhelmed? Honestly, kasi nung parang mga una nga, parang sabi ko pa nung mga una, parang na-receive ko yung mga comments, sabi ko, oh my gosh, I don't care. Pero hindi talaga. Like, parang hindi ka talaga makapag-nonchalant that
Even
time.
if you try to not let it get to you, talagang minsan sumasapul eh.
It's so hard to be graceful in that moment. Kaya parang sabi ko nga, feeling ko na-handle ko naman siya okay. Kahit
more than okay.
may mga times na nagko-comment ako kasi parang it's so hard to be graceful in that situation. Can you imagine, there's a lot of people in your ear tapos kinokomenta nila yung mga bagay na hindi naman nila talaga alam kung ano yung nangyari doon.
And
you
the
barely
thing is,
know.
kinokomenta nila yung mga bagay na matagal nang nangyari at marami nang nangyari after within the filming and within the time after the show na I think as a cast, nagkaroon tayo ng recovery period lahat eh. Na parang as close as we are, parang nagkaroon tayo ng parang, wait lang ate.
Kumbaga na-move past na namin siya tapos ngayon parang nung narinig namin yung mga voices from the fans, parang nare-realize ko parang kami nga hindi kami nag-aaway kayo, wala kayo. Wala kami nga kay Rick kami. So parang ano na lang, honestly it's not that serious. If I'm being honest, it's not that serious. Mga bakla nagpipitikan talaga. May kanya-kanyang fantasy dahil hindi para basagin yung mga fantasy na.
I mean, girl, kaya nga tayo nagdadraga in the first place kasi may fantasy tayong gustong i-fulfill, na gustong ipakita. So parang a drag queen that needs humbling, groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking.
The main stage,
Oh my
you
God.
said na, I think was pretty powerful. I think sa viewing party namin, we felt the whole
Iniyakan ko
room
yun.
soften and just parang the whole room wanted to hug you na parang rather than focusing on being an it girl, just wanted to be more human.
Yeah.
Obviously, you filmed this months ago. Kamusta ka sa journey na yun now? Especially having made new bonds with this cast.
At this point, parang kinocultivate ko na lang yung mga taong nagsusupport sa akin. Hindi na ako nangingi ng support sa mga taong hindi naman bet. Parang dead man na. Diyos ko, parang sis, kapaproblemahan ko pa ba yung mga parang hindi may bet sa akin? May 11 na bago, wow.
Correct.
Hindi, 10 pala. Ako pala yung pang 11. 10.
Self-love yung sa'yo.
Oo, okay na yun, join na yun. So parang ngayon, parang anin mo pa yung mga parang mga hate or like people that doesn't really know you. So parang may 10 uses, parang Diyos ko, unfounded, dead man na. So ayun, yun lang yung parang nakuha ko doon, na parang hindi, meron kaming mga bagay na kami lang na nakaka-relate. Call it trauma bond, I don't know. Pero like, may ganun talaga kami na parang, ay, sister ko to, si bakla.
Kami na nagkakaintindihan, kami naka-experience, and kami na rin yung parang, nagkaroon na rin kami ng time to kind of process yung mga naging one-on-one problems. Nagkaroon ng time to process and heal things after the show, after it happened, na parang napapakita siya sa mga tao that are seeing it for the first time. And ayun, kasi nag-react sila dun sa mga bagay na in the moment, na kami knowing na ang dami na nangyari sa amin after nito. Ang dami na naming na work through, na move past. Tapos parang, ang dami yung input na parang, pwede ba hintayin nyo muna?
Also, ayaw mo kasi i-spoil yung next episode. Taga mo may character arc pala. And gusto nyo pa mag-sorry sa inyo. For what?
Diba? Parang,
Watch nyo na lang, guys.
hintayin nyo siyang mag-unfold.
Yes.
So, obviously, naging pleasant surprise, naging delight ka sa audience in just over the course of 3 episodes. But,
Girl, if for the audience, it was a pleasant surprise. Kami, the cast, it was from day one.
Aww.
As in, from day one talagang, like yung bukang bibig dito na parang, kayo ni Angel yung sobrang light of the room ng cast kasi kayo yung maingay, kayo madaldal. Nagpapagaan sa mga bagay-bagay, sa mga kulitan natin backstage. And,
Nakamiss nga.
diba? Yung ingay ng 11.
Dahil.
Yung ingay ng kompleto.
Di kami mapapatahimik.
Girl, production knows. And, ayun, parang sobrang nasaktan din ako for you seeing people's reaction ng episode 1. Parang, kung alam nyo lang kung gaano namin kamahal yan ngayon, shut up kayo.
Ngumo.
But, you know, was there anything that surprised you about yourself? Because, di ba maganda ring exercise in reflection yung Drag Race when you see yourself on TV?
Sa
What has
totoong
surprised
buhay
you?
lang. Na-humble talaga si ba? Oh, ay, dai. Humbling experience siya sa totoong buhay lang. Anong pinagsasabi mo kung ganyan-ganyan ka na parang you're the it girl? Bakla first out. Totoong buhay lang. So parang, huy, medyo, touch some grass, my love. And parang, there are things na dapat intrusive thoughts mo na lang.
Tsaka
Parang,
for me, my experience, para siyang, self-aware ka dun sa mga nuances mo. Self-aware ka dun sa mga not the most pleasant things na lumalabas sa'yo, sa character mo. Pero pag na microscope na siya syempre sa storytelling and sa production ng show, pag may finocus silang parang character trait mo, talagang parang, shit. Alam mo yung parang, mauuga ka talaga, kahit alam mo na. Kahit alam mo nang ganun ka, mauuga ka pag nakita mong talagang zoom in, focus dun sa part na yun ng ikaw.
Since first few days, ayoko panoorin yung episode 1 tsaka yung Anta.
Naalala ko
Because
yun.
I know it's so cringe on my part. Na parang, tapos na to, pero kailangan kong panoorin with people. And parang kailangan ready ako sa comment nila. So parang, hindi naman siguro ni-ready ko yung sarili ko, pero ina-expect ko na. Hindi ko lang in-expect na ganun siya ka-OA. Oo, ganun ka-OA.
And then, I guess,
Wala po. Honestly, lahat po na nakita ko doon, sobrang proud ako. And wala po akong iibahin. Hindi ako mag-iiba for other people. That's on what? Versex.
And then last, like, where do you plan to take the Versex brand moving forward? Diba?
Or
Like,
or the Versex story.
Ooh, the Versex story is, I think, mas masustansya.
Oh my gosh. I don't know, I'm just figuring things out one outfit at a time.
Ganon! Figuring things out one outfit at a
That
time.
is an absolute.
Iconic! Pero my God, maraming salamat. Okay, we're gonna see you sa viewing party namin sa
course.
Wednesday. Sana dala mo dun yung headcast.
Dadaling ko para sa'yo, Baus.
Yung lumang festival.
Correct. Masya-showcase siya.
But that is it for our episode. Maraming salamat for tuning in. Again, don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ako po si Baus Rufo on Instagram. It's Baus on TikTok. Plug where the children can find you.
I am at mixchannel or mix.channel everywhere.
Hi, my name is Versex, and I am the most iconic pork chop, Ver.sex on Instagram page. Period.
That is it. Maraming salamat and we'll see you next week. Bye!
Bye!